What's going on, guys? My name's Alan and welcome to another video. Today I thought I would talk about the George Zimmerman trial, or verdict I should say. As I'm sure you've heard by now, he was found not guilty, and people were pretty people who thought he murdered Trayvon Martin were pretty pissed off about this, but I kind of wanted to just bring an idea I had, or thought I had, to you guys and see how you guys feel about this. No matter how you think it went down, no matter how much you think about it, no matter how much you look at the evidence that's been presented, you will never see it the way the jury does. The jury is, you have to realize they hold a man's life in their hands when they convict, when they look at the evidence to convict somebody. It's not something you can just kind of blow off like, oh, this guy's guilty, because if you do that, you'll look back and you may think to yourself, wow, that guy I was instrumental in convicting, I was part of that jury. You may think of that back to the evidence and you go, wow, that guy was innocent. This is something you have to take 100% seriously. No matter how much they serve. I mean, if you convict somebody and they serve a year in prison, I mean, that's still a year that person was in a fucking prison. I mean, prison can change somebody. Even a month in prison would change somebody's life drastically. Things they would experience, things they would see, that would change their life drastically. And you can't just kind of be lighthearted about that. You kind of have to. You have to be serious about this stuff. And the one reason why DAs are so important, they're so involved in an investigation of a crime, for several reasons. But the one I'm referring to is they have to make sure the evidence that they're going to present to the jury is credible. And it is overwhelming, not circumstantial evidence, which is what this appears to be here. Now, again, I didn't really follow this case too well. I can't. The way it's presented in any kind of news, what you should present is the facts. Then, if you're one of those networks that actually films the trial, do that, but don't fucking offer your goddamn commentary on it. People like Nancy Grace, God, I remember after and before they found Casey Anthony not guilty of murdering her daughter. I believe that was a long time ago, so I forget. But before the trial even started, before they even fucking arrested her, Nancy Grace thought that she, without a shadow of a doubt, she thought that Casey Anthony murdered her daughter. Apparently fucking not. That's the big problem with these opinionated reactions to stuff like this, or reaction to any kind of evidence. It is you're fucking talk down your goddamn ass. Just think about it. You have no fucking comment. And I believe Nancy Grace was at some point a DA, or she had some involvement. She had some experience with investigating crimes and shit. That was like 30 years ago, probably, before, all this technology we have now that can, analyze evidence so much better, like forensic evidence. There's so much more we can do. And I was kind of joking about that. I kind of took it a little far, but, I mean, seriously, it's a big problem with that. Another thing, with the Jodi Arias trial, what made that fucking special? What was so special about that fucking case? I understand that someone was murdered, but people get murdered every fucking day. What made that case so different? So, one thing I wanted to say here in closing is, this is a price we have to pay for the right to have a jury of our peers. Sometimes what I thought about a case may be wrong, and we had to face that reality. Because whatever you may have thought is not what the jury sees. you know. And I don't think bitching and moaning about not getting your way, not getting what you wanted, isn't gonna change anything, you know. What happened to Trayvon Martin was horrible. I mean, I don't know how old he was, but he was still a kid. He had his whole life in front of him, and that's gone, you know, and that's horrible. But bitching and moaning, whining about not getting your way, isn't going to change a single fucking thing. That's pretty much it for me, guys. As I said, this is a very horrible case, a very horrible incident, but I think the best thing we can do for the future is to try harder next time, you know, try and make better next time, learn from the mistakes of this case, and you know, have higher standards for the media as far as presenting facts and not just bitching about stuff because you apparently know everything. But anyway, that's it for me, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.